Open enrollment is the only time of the year when your company hands you a menu of employee benefit options, and some could save you thousands of dollars per year, and some of them are pretty much legalized scams. And in today's video, we're going to be breaking down these specific employee benefits one by one and determine if you are employee benefits maxing. Okay, so jumping into the tier list. So as you can see here, we have rankings from S tier, which is the best, to D tier, which is trash, and you should not do it. So looking over here, the first one let's get into, let's just pick a random one. Let's pick dental and vision. So this one, I'm gonna put this at A tier. Dental and vision insurance is usually pretty dang cheap through your employer. It's usually 10, 20 bucks, something like that. So I don't think that this is something that someone should really skimp on. It's cheap anyways. Even if you go a couple times a year, it already is worth it. So dental and vision insurance, we're putting that at A tier. Getting into the second one, let's go with the employee stock purchase program. So this one, if you're working at a company that is publicly traded, most likely they're going to offer an employee stock purchase program. So what this is you can purchase your company's stock at a discount of typically like 10 to 15%. And once so you'll get that discount, which is nice. And then if you hold on to the stock for a long period of time, you're already going to be getting gains, much more so than you would if you just purchased it traditionally, because you're getting that 10 to 15% discount. Pretty sweet. So we're gonna put this, I'm gonna go A tier. I think there's not really many cons to this. As long as you invest it for a longer period of time, I think it's a pretty good option. Okay, so getting into the next one, let's go with long-term disability. So this one, long-term disability, is pretty much exactly as it sounds. So if you get sick or injured at work or something like that and have to take months off of work, it'll replace a percentage of your income, usually like 60 or 70%, somewhere around there, which is awesome. So it's actually pretty cheap, and I think it's one of the most important things that a lot of people skimp out on. A lot of employers will give you pretty standard long-term disability insurance, but I think it's pretty worth it to beef it up. It's super cheap, and you don't want to be in a position where you need it and you don't have it, because that would suck. So with that, I'm gonna put this at S tier. I'm gonna put long-term disability insurance at S tier. So I think that's a good benefit to have. Getting into the next one, let's go ID theft protection. I think this is trash. I think this is D tier. I don't think there's really a reason to even have this. On your credit cards that you may have, it already has ID theft protection included. So I don't really think there's a benefit to having this. It's usually a little more expensive through your employer anyways. I don't think it really makes a difference if you have it or not, and I don't think it's really gonna help you very much. So that one, we're throwing that in D tier. The next one, commuter benefits. I don't really know. This is kind of the same kind of thing. If your employer offers it, maybe if you're in a highly populated city where you rely on public transportation, it could be helpful. But if you're the average person at a company that's not in a major city, I don't think commuter benefits are really that helpful. They'll give you certain perks of, public transportation stipends or things like that. Yeah, it could be helpful, or like parking stipends, or helping with those fees or whatever. But I don't think commuter benefits are really that helpful, unless you're going into the office like 5 days a week. Then okay, might be worth it. Okay, let's go tuition reimbursement. Tuition reimbursement, I think is a pretty good benefit to have. There's really no cons to it. If you want to further your education, you could get depends on your company, but you could get anywhere from $2,000 to $7,000 per calendar year of tuition reimbursed, which is pretty awesome. So if you're looking into going into graduate school or something like that, or getting your bachelor's degree in the company that you're at offers it, I think it's A tier. I don't think there's many cons to it, especially if it's something you want to do. You might as well use it. Okay, so getting into the next one, let's go with Dependent Care FSA, which is Flex Saving Account. So for this one, it keeps sliding down there. I don't know why it does that. But for this one, this is basically a pre-tax account where you can pay for like childcare costs pre-tax, which is pretty helpful if you have kids for like daycare or, you know, stuff that I don't know what kids usually do, but things that kids do like daycare or preschool, I think counts, things like that. So, you know, it's useful if you have kids, but, you know, for the average person, I think that it's probably like a C tier thing. If you have kids, it's helpful. If not, don't even worry about it. So that's that one. Going into the next one, legal services. Legal services, it's mid. I'm going to put it at C tier. They'll help you with like your will and things like that if you need it. But, you know, unless you know you're going to use it that year, I don't think it's really that useful because you have to pay for it each month. I don't think it's really super helpful unless you know you're going to have to be doing things like that of, you know, working on a will, or if you have questions on specific things, you know, I don't think it'll be super useful. So we're going C tier, pretty mid. Next one, let's go with life insurance. Life insurance will give a payout if you happen to die while you have the policy, essentially, and it'll go to whoever your beneficiary is. So for this, I'm gonna go with A tier. I think it's really important to have, especially if you have a family, you know, you have your wife, you have your kids or husband or whatever you have, whatever your partner may be. I think life insurance is a good thing to have to protect your family in case something bad happens. So getting into next thing, let's go with HSA. So HSA, this is an account that is, you probably heard it before, is triple tax advantage. So what this means is that money goes in tax-free, it'll grow tax-free, and it comes out tax-free. So for that one, automatic S tier. There's no other account out there that will give you those three tax advantages each step of the way. So that HSA, health savings account, has to be S tier. Additionally, these expenses, you have to use it for just medical costs, but there is no time limit of when you have to use it. Whereas we'll get to in a minute, the health flex saving account, you have to use that every year. So HSA is awesome. No qualms with that one. So getting into the next one, let's go into health FSA, flex saving account. So for this one, we're gonna go, you know, let's give some love to the B tier. So B tier, health flex savings account. This one is like a HSA kinda, but not as good. So for this one, it'll be used for pre-tax money for medical expenses, but it expires each year. So that's the big thing with it, is you have to use it by the end of the year or it's pretty much gone. So not as good as HSA. We're gonna put it as B tier. If it was between the two, I'd take HSA any day of the week. But if you have an HSA through your high deductible health plan, you can't even have a health FSA. So it's one or the other. You can't have both. Getting into the next one, let's go with a 401k match. 401k match, easy S tier. Getting 100% of the money that you put in. I don't know why you wouldn't do this. You know, I know Dave Ramsey says that from his perspective, you shouldn't even put in any money into investments until you get all your debt paid off. I think that's dumb. I don't know why he even thinks about that. This has a 100% return on your investment, because if you put in, let's say, $100, you're gonna get $100 if that's what your match is. So I think it's dumb. I don't know why he says that. That take is trash. This is definitely an S tier thing. And even if you have debt, you should be doing it anyways. Next thing, let's go with accident insurance. This one is definitely a D tier. I would put it even lower if I possibly could too. Accident insurance is trash for the most part. So you basically with this, you pay for it, and if something comes up, it'll pay a small fixed amount if a set of unique injury or accidents happen. So with this, I don't really know why you would do it. It's very specific. The coverage is super narrow, pretty much a scam. I don't know, you'll probably never get your money's worth out of this. I would never use accident insurance personally. So next thing, max 401k. Max 401k, easy S tier. This one isn't really an employee benefit per se. Well, I guess it is because it's 401k plan. But maxing out your 401k, 100% S tier. The limit for this year in 2026, I believe, is $24,500 of your contributions. So for that, I think it's an S tier move. If you can do it, it's a lot of money, but it'll help you so much, especially if you're young. Even maxing out 1 or 2 years is a great choice. So getting into the next thing, pet insurance, the last one. So for this, pet insurance through your employer, I'm going D tier. It's usually trash. My problem with pet insurance, I think pet insurance is actually pretty helpful. But the problem with pet insurance is through your employer, it's pretty expensive and you probably aren't getting the best coverage. For me personally, I had pet insurance through my employer and it was some ass. It was not good. Basically, with my pet insurance, it didn't cover like anything. I have to pay like 20 or 30 bucks a month. And it really isn't that helpful at all. It only gives me like 1 or 2 like free vaccinations a year, and then my office visit is like half off for like a checkup, and I believe it's any procedure that's done in the office would be like 20% off. So for the savings that it is, I don't think it's worth the 15 bucks, or I think it was more. I think it's like 25 or 30 bucks a month. I think it's trash for the employers usually. If you want to go to, get some on your own, I think that's a better route to go. But doing the one through your employer, usually they're pretty trash. That was my experience. I would just go with a separate one, but make sure to look into the plan. So those are the employee benefits. How I would rank these to see if your employee benefits maxing. As you can see, if you do these right, these could save you thousands of dollars per year. And the tough part is you only have 2 weeks to decide on most of these. So it's very important to make sure that you're reading through all of these and doing your research on these. Because a lot of people, when they are electing their benefits, they'll just choose random crap and don't really understand it, or they don't use their benefits to their full potential. So with this, I hope that helped you. Employee benefits max. And yeah, that's it for today. And let me know your thoughts. See ya.